Hi, my name is Andrew James, and this is Avoiding Cognitive Overload presentation. This is going to discuss the ways we can avoid cognitive overload by removing extraneous information and properly designing classes to lay out instructional materials coherently. We're going to start with the coherence principle. This reduces the extraneous material when an instructor removes the extraneous material from a multimedia presentation. The extraneous material could be words or pictures that are interesting but not relevant to the learning concepts. While using both pictures and words are more effective than using just one method, using too many or unrelated multimedia is not helpful for learning. The dual channel system needs to take in and interpret as much as possible. Information not pertinent to learning will overload the learner's limited capacity working load past the learner's cognitive capacity. In the cognitive theory of multimedia learning, learners have to select relevant images and words, organize them, and integrate them together and build connections. When there's too much extraneous information, the learning is made more difficult. So the overall goal is to reduce this extraneous processing for the real learning to occur. It also allows more time dedicated to the intrinsic load instead of extraneous load as part of the cognitive load theory. This is an example of coherence. So this is the original problem. Can you find the sentences that maybe are extraneous? I removed the sentence about his birthday and his favorite game because it's not related to the learning, and I rewrote it to help students focus on the math. Signaling principle. The signaling principle lowers the cognitive load by reducing the search for information, and it cues the learners to key information and helps them select what is important. Extraneous information or unimportant information draws the learner's attention away from the real learning. Instructors can help organize information through text structure and display of text by subheadings, subtitles with videos, using colors in words or bolded words. In pictures, you could also draw an arrow to point something out. Signaling creates low verbal redundancy. This is more efficient because it displays part of a key concept instead of the whole concept and makes the learning active. In the cognitive theory of multimedia learning, active processing is very important because signaling helps learners select the relevant words and images to be organized and joined with prior knowledge in the working memory. It also reduces extraneous information and extraneous load that confuses the learner, so instructors really need to signal the important concepts with some sort of arrow or subtitles for videos or subheaders in their writing. This allows more time to focus on that intrinsic load as part of the cognitive load theory. In this demonstration, these are the parts of a circle, and instead of putting the labels to the side, it's easier to put it with the image and draw arrows. It's more effective for the learner so they don't have to search and they know what the instructor is pointing out. The spatial contiguity principle is the premise that spacing reduced helps reduce the visual search. Spatial contiguity reduces the cognitive load caused by poor instructional design because of the amount of time it saves for the learner to search for the image in the text. Relevant information must be close together because breaking it apart makes it difficult to find key information. When you use graphics, use an image incorporated with signaling to be most effective for learning. As a part of the cognitive theory of multimedia learning, spatial contiguity helps learners find relevant information more quickly to actively process and organize information before storing it in the long-term memory. For this demonstration, there are key parts of the rectangular pyramid pointed out. This reduces the visual search because it's close together, and the arrows kind of bring it together as signaling to help the learner find the key parts more quickly. That's all. Thank you.